Hey, what's going on YouTube? This your boy King Gabe here.
And this is Queen Tina.
And we are here with the third Spongebob movie here, Sponge on the Run. Yeah, for it's the finale of Sponge Month. Along with there's something else that I'll be doing after this. But you'll see what it is. But as far as movie wise, yeah, this is the finale of Sponge Month. Sort of like how we had Looney Month last year. So, yeah, apparently after as they say, getting Neptune's crown back and saving the patties, as the dolphin said in that battle rap, saving the patties are the best, and now I'm rapping ya. So now he's on the run. Yeah, apparently. I guess that's one way to get a third SpongeBob movie there.
Originally, it's supposed to be a theatrical release back in 2020, but they didn't do it because COVID hit. So they delayed the original theatrical release, which is I think around anywhere between spring and summer of 2020. But they changed it to like I think fall or winter of 2020, or even 2021 possibly. But they decided they just gave up with theatrical releases and decided to just stream it instead.
Oh, on Paramount Plus probably.
Yes, it did have a backstory of why their release date was delayed.
Yeah, it was kind of that. Yeah, that was kind of out of their control because obviously any SpongeBob movie, yeah, of course, had not been for that, would have made theatrical releases because hey, who wouldn't go see SpongeBob in the theater?
I know fans were looking forward to the first SpongeBob film in the theaters.
Oh yes.
And most of the fans that don't know about it since it's on a streaming platform.
Yeah, but like I say, people have seen it now. And in the event that they still haven't seen it, well, after hearing us talk about what the heck it is, they'll probably go check it out now. Oh yes, so yep, definitely sort of and I heard talk that I think 2025 is supposed to be a fourth SpongeBob movie.
Yes.
So I'm really hoping. I don't know what they're gonna make it, but what I wish that the fourth SpongeBob movie be is a multiverse movie
of the different SpongeBob characters.
Yes, like you get multiple SpongeBob. Matter of fact, they could just take each SpongeBob from the first three movies, and then the one from the TV series. Maybe I would say maybe there could be multiple variants of him throughout the TV series. Maybe like 2 or 3 of them, and you get anywhere between 3 to 6 SpongeBobs running around from different universes.
Or the fourth one remains a possibility.
Right. Or if they want to, or in the terms of doing a multiverse, and since they parodied the Avengers, they want to parody Spider-Man. Maybe they would just come up with make up some SpongeBobs there. Yeah, so it's similar to the different Spider-Man you had, like Miles Morales, middle-aged Spider-Man, Gwen, which was the Ghost Spider, Nicolas Cage as Nor, Spider-Ham and Penny Parker from an anime.
Heck, they might do. Maybe the fourth installment would involve humans, just all humans. Like if all the SpongeBob characters were just human beings.
Well, they had they've done something like that with a musical. Yeah, they did that with a musical, live stage performance.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, I kind of. I hadn't seen it, and I'm pretty sure it's not bad. I'm pretty sure it got it did well as well, but I don't think that would be something they would do for like their movie lines there. Yeah, I think that's more like for their stage performances there.
Oh yes, human SpongeBob.
Right, unless it was closest I think they would do to a movie involving real people is pretty much what we've seen in the previous movies, like when they encountered Burger Beard and David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Or the SpongeBob Birthday Bash special, where he actually came face to face with Tom Kenny.
Oh yeah, the voice actor.
Right, and the other voice actors, they were playing the roles of the SpongeBob characters they voice. Yeah, the voice actor Mr. Crab was running a restaurant.
It's like you see them in another universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I would think maybe something like that. Maybe that could be something. Now that could actually be an interesting thought for the multiverse. You have your different animated SpongeBob's and your live action there.
Yeah.
Sort of like what they done with Roger Rabbit and Chip and Dale.
Oh yeah. Live action animation combined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we will know when it comes out there. But as for now, let's see what they have given us with this third movie there, and seeing how there's four of them. Yeah, definitely making me think of the four Shrek movies. Yeah, so we have a realistic CGI opening that sort of makes it feel like we're about to go into a Disney movie.
Yes. When people might watch this for the first time, they might have, and they did not see the title, they might think that they are watching a Disney movie involving sea life. Heck, it might have been possibly an animated version of The Little Mermaid.
Probably
rebooted.
Oh, probably they not only maybe Disney, but also possibly Disney Pixar, since Pixar uses CGI a lot.
Oh, maybe a CGI version of The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, but so of course after the opening, we get several good mornings from SpongeBob and Patrick. Good morning, Patrick! Good morning, SpongeBob! And they keep going back and forth until Squidward yells at them to stop and get his nose stuck in the window.
Ouch! Imagine if this happened in real life.
Well,
they keep saying good morning frequently until somebody in the middle stops them. I'm trying to get some sleep.
Oh boy. You never know, it may have happened somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, but one thing about them saying good morning definitely makes me think of a scene from Pokemon with Slowpoke and Psyduck.
Yeah.
Psyduck, Psyduck, Slowpoke. What are they saying? It looks like they're just saying hello to each other, but we could be here all day before they figure out something else to say.
What's next? They gotta break into songs after saying good morning.
Oh, come on. So Patrick or
Yes.
Psyduck and Slowpoke?
It could be both.
So Patrick, I would believe them breaking into a song. Because I mean, you look at the deleted scenes of the second movie, they had that. Thank gosh it's Monday. It's a chippy old Monday. Meow 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 meow. Yeah. Yeah, I have no problem believing that they'll do that. Not so sure about Psyduck and Slowpoke there. Yeah, not so sure about them there.
Unless they talk like humans.
Probably. That depends on what kind of voices they have as humans.
Yeah, it did work for Detective Pikachu.
Oh, yeah, Pikachu. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that. Well, what I'm going by with is the Pokemon's character.
Oh.
Yeah, how the Pokemon behaves there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Pikachu, yeah, obviously, his behavior, yeah, definitely. Then you put him as a detective, yeah, Ryan Reynolds, of course.
Yeah.
But suddenly I see, now that you mention that, I'm seeing Slowpoke being voiced by Bentai. Slowpoke. Or either Droopy's voice actor. And you know what? I'm happy. or what he said to that bull. You know what? That makes me mad. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'd have to see somebody do that to know exactly how that will work there with Slowpoke and Psyduck. I have to see somebody do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, So of course, yeah, they say their good mornings and all that, and there's a slight bit of a montage of SpongeBob and Gary hanging out until it's time for him to go to work. Well, they did they played quite a bit in that montage before it was time for him to go to work there.
I know it all happened in one day.
No, technically not even the whole day, considering, I guess he has to get to the Krusty Krab anywhere between 9 to 11.
Or possibly noon, like the beginning of lunchtime.
Yeah, however, there's most time they show him going in at 9 there.
Oh, even though they don't serve breakfast.
Yeah, but, cartoon logic.
Yes, they have to prepare the burgers and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah. So there's that, and then there's some cases of certain episodes where he's gotten there around that time and people were already in there eating. I guess the narrator, Burger Beer did say that they eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So
oh, they did.
I guess they do. They just don't serve salted biscuits for breakfast though. Just Krabby Patties. Yeah. So yeah, imagine you go to McDonald's or Burger King and around 8 or 9 o'clock, and instead of serving your breakfast food, it's the same as the lunch menu.
Oh. Well, look like we have brunch.
I guess so. Better explain that to Flash. What is brunch? I mean, you wait like an hour for lunch, and then it's not breakfast.
Why don't you explain it at IHOP?
Oh, he'll be there all day for that.
About the brunch?
Yeah.
Talking about it?
Yeah, he'll be like my boy Donald in version 4 of Kroger Force with the strawberry milk scenario. So, of course, after hanging out, he goes to work. Gary is sad. Sort of. And, yeah, I kind of relate to Gary in this scene from when I was in preschool. My first day of preschool, and Mom had said her goodbye. Except I think I was probably sadder than Gary because I went to crying trying to run after her.
I was the same way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I may have cried the loudest.
Was it what was your first day of preschool or kindergarten?
I think preschool.
Oh yeah, it was preschool for me there. Yeah, they had to grab a hold of me so I didn't run out into the car area.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I may have did the same thing in kindergarten, possibly. It's been a long time.
That's separation anxiety.
Separation anxiety can also happen in a marriage sometimes.
That is true. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, I guess I can't lie on that one. Yeah, especially when she was having to work night at her old job there.
Yeah.
Well, Christina.
Don't get me started. I have to work like after 11 p.m.
Oh Lord Jesus.
After 11 p.m.
Oh my goodness, that bed gonna be pretty empty.
Yes, and I wouldn't come home until like anywhere between midnight till like 4 in the morning.
Oh boy. Yeah. I see. This is why my Big Papa was so glad he retired from that night shift at Kroger.
Yeah. He
was happy as a clam in high water for that retirement.
If he was younger, he would do a backflip out of joy.
Well, he may have did a backflip back then when he first retired, since it was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we was celebrating at my uncle's house. Yeah, with a barbecue. Yeah. So meanwhile, while SpongeBob is, preparing at work, Plankton's plotting again to steal the Krabby Patty formula. That's his shtick.
It's like Barney trying to get the Fruity or Cocoa Pebbles and the Tricks Rabbit trying to get his tricks. But the kids always get in the rabbit's way.
True, but the only difference between them and Plankton is the rabbit and Barney aren't maniacal.
Oh, they're not.
They're
just comedical.
Right. They're not trying to be evil. They just I would say just more like playful tricksters. Sort of like the level of Swiper the Fox.
I think there was one commercial when the Tricks Rabbit finally got his tricks. After he disguised himself as a human, he took off the human disguise, and he finally got his tricks. He poured a bowl of tricks, and as soon as he tried to pour out his milk, the milk carton was empty, and he was in a state of shock.
Oh boy, yeah.
And then, and the text, "Got milk" appears.
Oh, all right, Sergeant of the boot camp and Proud family.
Yeah.
What's the matter, Proud? Got no milk? Like, open up, oh, eat up.
Hey, that Tricks Rabbit was so close of eating it. If he got a full carton of milk.
Yeah. Now granted, there are some of us that can eat it without cereal, but yeah, I still feel for, the wanting of milk, Yeah, trust me, I still very understanding of that.
Just go to the majority that people preferred milk over their cereal.
Yeah, because it does have its advantages.
Yeah, it has more nutrients.
As well as also extra flavor and salt and easier, and in most cases easier to eat the cereal.
Yeah. And they also have milk for people who are vegetarians,
almond
vegans,
milk.
lactose intolerant.
Yeah, you got that soy milk or almond milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can adapt to both.
Yeah, me when it comes to those type of milks, I'm more of almond milk type.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, something like that. As I did not think to get it, but something like I get some of individual things there.
Individual carton.
Yeah, because that'll be a little easier for me to use. Yeah. So yeah, Plankton's trying to, is of course plotting for his Krabby Patty formula, get the Krabby Patty formula. Karen informs him, actually Plankton mentions that, Krabs is always the one that foils them, but Karen informs him that it's not Mr. Krabs, it's SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's the problem.
Yes. Plankton doesn't believe this at first, but he'll find out in a minute, though. Meanwhile, Sandy presents Mr. Krabs a robot restaurant owner, but it starts to get annoying when it keeps saying you're fired, and Mr. Krabs throws it away.
I'm surprised it wasn't more advanced looking.
You would think. I know it's supposed to be a comedical cartoon and all, but you would think Sandy would have made it look at least a little better than that.
Imagine she made an android.
I think I would hope the android would look a little more better than Otto.
Yeah, the android would just look more human.
Right, yeah, that's what they supposed to kind of look human-like. Like you see in shows, like especially even in Power Rangers.
Maybe she didn't have enough budget. She just used the tools that she already has to make Otto.
Who knows? And to say who knows? No telling what's Sandy there. Well,
what?
Oh, I thought you was about to say something there.
Yeah, it would have been cool if she did have made an android.
Yeah, maybe she might make one in the fourth movie. We will see. Maybe Nickelodeon might be hearing out people like us saying all this different stuff and taking notes.
Yeah.
Multiverse. Androids.
Don't get me started if the android became good at first until it decided to go rogue.
Well, she'd be done build Ultron in that case.
Ooh.
How could any of you be worthy? You're all killers, murderers. Yeah. Yeah, that didn't turn out so well. So meanwhile, at Poseidon's castle, yes, they're going. See, at first we've been calling them Neptune all the time, like in the first movie and in the TV series and the SpongeBob little films like Triton's Revenge. But now, in this third movie, they decide to call him Poseidon. So apparently, at his castle, he's panicking over a wrinkle because he got himself looking all fine and his chin.
If he was a teenager, he would panic over a pimple.
Oh yeah.
If he was a teenager.
Anywhere between teenager to however old those two girls in that Wayne brother movies, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, ah! Yeah. So but yeah, he's panicking over this wrinkle and declares that he's ugly. Yeah, compared to how you looked as Homer Simpson in the first movie, yeah, I think that wrinkle would be the least of your worries, buddy.
Don't get me started if he was female.
Oh dear.
She would just be screaming and crying.
Well, that would possibly his wife. I forgot. I remember they called her name in Triton's Revenge. I think Aphrodite. Aphrodite, yeah. Yeah,
When I think of the name Aphrodite, I think of her as the goddess of love.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, I guess she fell in love with Neptune. So that sounds like love to me.
Yes.
So
What is
wow. I think. Yeah, I guess we better get her some crab patties after this. Oh wait, I forgot. You don't do seafood.
No.
Okay, well, we'll get something else. Yeah, her stomach growling.
Maybe just a regular burger.
Yeah. Well, so because of this, we find out that the snail trail they leave behind acts as moisturizer.
Speaking of snail trail, I think SpongeBob at the beginning of the movie was covered in snail trail, and that leads to a foreshadowing.
We good.
A plot device.
Yeah, apparently they decided to make it into moisturizer for this SpongeBob universe in this movie.
And that sponge is big. It's the same size as his face.
Talking about
The snail.
Oh, the snail. Oh,
yeah, the snail. It's the same size as his face almost.
And he tries to rub the snail on his face, but apparently it's out of snail trail, and turns out that he's used up quite a bit of snails. And yeah, so he puts out the decree for a reward to anybody that could give him a snail in order for him to get a facial and get rid of the wrinkles. Plankton thinks of this as an ideal, finally realizing that Karen is right about SpongeBob, and decides to use this to his advantage by kidnapping Gary to take him to Poseidon in order for SpongeBob to leave Bikini Bottom and go look for her. And with SpongeBob out the way, he can get the formula. So, after, of course, SpongeBob expresses great sorrow over his missing Gary, we find out in a flashback that he actually, in this universe, not the regular TV series universe, met Gary at Camp Coral.
When he was a kid.
Oh, yes, and apparently there's going to be some other stuff mentioned about this Camp Coral later in the movie, but we'll get to that there. So, yeah, because we know in the original series he mentioned about getting Gary out of the pet store.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, in this case, yeah, Gary just wandered up to him when he was a little kid, which I gotta admit, getting the child actors for SpongeBob there,
yes,
it's actually pretty good. Kind of went the anime route there, like the way they do in the Japanese version, getting actual kids.
Yes.
I'm glad. I know there's some cases. I know they do it in the dub, like Seto Kaiba, when they flash back to him as a kid.
Yeah.
It's the same voice actor, and he does the Baraka voice.
As a kid, even though even though Kaiba is 10 years old.
Yeah. So, and then the actual Japanese, he's the actual kid voicing him. But in other cartoons, yeah, they have done this. Sometimes they will get somewhat actual kids, like a pup named Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
But and I think the only actors that weren't kids were Shaggy and Scooby. I think.
Yes.
Yeah, cause they still sounded like this even as little kids.
I think they did that for humor.
Yeah, a lot of people actually liked that because there were people commenting that they didn't hate getting a kid to play Shaggy in the Scoob movie, but they said they actually wish they would have just had Shaggy's original voice actor to sort of as for nostalgia of the pup named Scooby Doo. Yeah, they sort of liked the way pup named Scooby Doo did it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sort of like how it actually is not too bad with Zac Efron being a kid in the Lorax. Oh, hey, Audrey. Hi. So eventually, SpongeBob and Patrick actually, Plankton offers a self-driving boat. So, in order with Otto, of course, that Mr. Krabs threw away. So SpongeBob and Patrick can go find Gary. And eventually they're on the surface at a saloon where the boat abandons them.
They were able to get to the desert.
Yeah, they even acknowledge that they're on the surface too. It's not just a desert underwater either.
Yes.
Not sure exactly how that happened, and they're breathing, but then again, we did have them magically breathing in sponge out of water, but it was explained that the dolphin magic was allowing it. So, don't know what the case is here. Maybe there was some magic they didn't know about.
Huh.
Well, speaking of magic, they do run into a tumbleweed named Sage.
Sage.
And he's played by none other than Keanu Reeves, who was also Batman in DC Super Pets. Yeah. Try putting that image in your head. Keanu Reeves as Batman in SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Hey, SpongeBob, guess what? Because of Batman.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I know a lot of y'all probably know about Keanu Reeves playing in the John Wick movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen clips of that on my Reface app there.
Oh, John Wick.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's quite an interesting image. Well, but then again, we did have Antonio Banderas playing Burger Beard, so why not? He gives them a challenge coin in order to give them courage for their first challenge. And that first challenge is to free the flesh-eating zombie pirates from their binds. Well, that was kind of random there.
Or freeing their souls.
Oh, okay, the souls. Okay. And the challenge starts with them doing a dance, of course. And we get Snoop Dogg to make an appearance.
When you look at him close up, look like he aged.
Probably did.
Well, he has been in the rap business for a very long time.
Yeah, it is, and I'm actually not well, maybe a little surprised, but I'm not too surprised of seeing Snoop Dogg pop up like that because he has recently he has been trying out for different roles related to kid films there to sort of do something different there. Yeah, I think he appeared in an episode of Victorious once, just randomly. Yeah, I guess Snoop Dogg is sort of taking the Terry Crews approach.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, when I say Terry Crews approach, doing some positive things with his life, more positive things than he probably has before. Yeah. Good old.
While making up from past sins.
And yeah, there's that. Yeah. So it's always good when actors, they've been through something, maybe that they're not so proud of, and granted, we've probably heard of what they've done, but then they're trying to do something to, turn their life around there, take a different avenue for a better path there.
Not mainly just people in general.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good to hear that there.
Yeah.
Even Steve Harvey definitely can give you the in 411 on something like that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for God, I never would have made it. Yeah. So, after all the dancing and Snoop Dogg cameo, El Diablo battles with SpongeBob and Patrick, but they managed to defeat him with sunlight.
What is he, a vampire?
I guess maybe he's a vampire or zombie.
A vampire's a joke. He's no vampire.
But he appeared to have the same weakness as a vampire for some reason.
Sunlight?
Yeah. Which, by defeating him, frees the zombies.
We're free!
And they sort of ascend up like the way the Ghost in Haunted Mansion did.
Imagine these zombies were dead celebrities we know of. And they want their souls to be free.
Let's see, that would be Michael Jackson, Elvis, Bernie Mac,
James Brown, Whitney Houston,
oh boy,
Gilbert Godfrey,
Robert Williams, Mr. Rogers possibly,
Jason David Frank.
Oh, it would be, but the only thing is his death was recently. It was after Sponge on the Run.
Oh.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah, he was still alive when Sponge on the Run came out.
Oh, you're going by that logic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like outside of SpongeBob.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Outside.
Okay. Yeah, I guess possibly so. And then I guess if you're going like that, then I guess it would also include Chadwick Bosewick too.
Yes. Oh, forgot about him.
And Kevin Conroy.
Oh yeah, the voice actor for Batman.
Oh yeah.
And the list goes on.
Yep, definitely. And and don't forget Stan Lee. I always have to make a cameo somewhere. Excelsior!
His soul to be free.
Yeah, his cameos got so popular he even made one in the Princess Diaries too for some reason.
Yeah, and you got the artist formerly known as Prince.
Purple Rain.
Yes.
Yeah. So of course, Sage shows SpongeBob and Patrick that Neptune is using Gary's slimy stuff. Poseidon's, yeah, that's what they're calling him in this movie. So he shows them what Poseidon's doing with Gary and states that if Gary runs out of his little slime stuff, he'll be a slave like the other snails that ran out of their slime.
Ouch.
That's not good.
He treated all of the snails that don't have any slime like garbage.
Oof. So a cross between that and almost like slavery in Egypt.
Ouch.
Well, meanwhile, Mr. Krabs, feeling really depressed about SpongeBob's absence, just surrenders the secret formula to Plankton.
And Plankton was glad to have the secret formula until his mind has changed. Like, you just give me the formula that easy? What happened? There's gotta be something.
I guess Plankton's mentality is like Megamind.
Yes.
Because when Metro Man faked his death,
yeah,
and there was nobody to stop Megamind, he was just able to do whatever he wanted, take over the city. Then he got bored.
Since Plankton got the formula, he should just go away with it and be glad. I
guess because remember in the first movie when he succeeded.
Yes.
But Mr. Krabs was frozen. And he went through a lot of channels to get that.
Yes.
So,
and SpongeBob wasn't in the picture.
Right, and Mr. Krabs was frozen, and even with Mr. Krabs frozen, Squidward still tried to come in after him, and he took control of Bikini Bottom.
Yes.
But see, yeah, I think that's. But see here, okay, he just gives me the formula. I mean, okay, so nothing else, no big battle or epic showdown or something.
No fight.
Yeah.
It's like Superman surrendering to Lex Luthor, or Batman surrendering to the Joker. It just gave up.
Something like that. And I guess Joker will be like, wait, you're just surrendering to me? But, isn't there supposed to be like some type of quip or some type, you know, are we gonna fight or something? just gonna be that easy?
Or Superman with Lex Luthor.
Well, probably I would say maybe Super Friends version of Lex would probably be like that.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor in the original Superman animated series, he just take advantage of that.
Yes.
Yeah, because of course it's supposed to be more, grounded to reality a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, going by SpongeBob logic, yeah. Yeah, the closest I think to SpongeBob logic would be Super Friends Lex Luthor.
Yeah. And as time goes on, Lex Luthor might possibly be born. Possibly.
Or either another Lex Luthor, I would probably think of maybe possibly Lego Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Especially the one from that Legion of Doom episode.
Oh, that one.
Where Draken played Lex Luthor.
Yes.
With the Legion of Doom! Trademark. That's my favorite DC Lego CGI movie.
Legion of Doom.
Yes. Oh yeah. So SpongeBob and Patrick, they arrive at the lost city of Atlantis, and they easily get distracted by all the attractions of pretty much it's pretty much Las Vegas casino.
Theme parks.
You probably can guess where that's gonna lead.
Yes.
Sort of like Carlton when he became addicted to the casino on his birthday episode of The Fresh Prince.
And they end up losing the money, so they have to perform. They have to perform at a contest in order to get the money back.
Oh yeah, that's where we got the jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Do 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 do.
I think in the end they lost the contest. I think.
Well, they came in second.
Oh, second place.
Yeah, and Will said, "Hey, be lucky that booby prize is what paid our way home."
The booby prize. I bet it's not much.
Well, it was enough to get them some plane tickets.
Yeah. I think they live in California, so they might have took a jet, either a plane or a bus, either one.
See, California to Las Vegas and Nevada, of course.
They're close. Nevada and California are closer to each other.
Oh, okay. I see what you. Okay.
They may have took a Greyhound bus to home.
Okay.
That's why I assume.
Okay. Yeah. Probably. Okay. So yeah. Probably. So yeah. I guess it wasn't much if it paid. Yeah. Cause I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty good price on bus fare, especially going long distance. But but compared to a plane ticket, yeah.
They must have took a plane all the way to get to Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, to get there quick. Huh?
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah. So next morning, of course, Patrick and SpongeBob have a hangover similar to the one they had at Goofy Goobers in the first movie. And of course, Sage scolds them about this.
Now he reminds me of a parent.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I actually find it pretty interesting how Keanu Reeves does a Sage, and it's really random. Especially a lot of this movie is, well, then again, it's SpongeBob. Okay, what you expect is SpongeBob. But compared to the first two movies, this one really feels the most random. Yeah. But it's not bad though. It's not in a bad way. Just something to point out. Sort of like that's why I say I compare the first That's why this third movie kind of makes you compare SpongeBob to Shrek.
Yes.
Because the third Shrek movie wasn't not bad. I don't think it was worth the criticism it got. But yeah, admittedly, yeah, it was kind of random. With the stuff that was happening in the third Shrek movie. Yeah. So yeah, it was but it was still entertaining though.
Yeah.
An entertaining filler. So with that, apparently they're reminded of what they came for because they kind of forgot, and they realize they're on the steps of Poseidon's palace. What a coincidence. So they go in to try to get Gary back, but they're unsuccessful. Yeah, thing doesn't quite work out in their favor the first time around. Sandy, however, the news of them in prison and about to be executed. The news gets to Bikini Bottom, where Sandy, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs hear about it, and they decide to go to Atlantis before the execution.
And we noticed that Squidward didn't want to go until Kelpie G was mentioned, and he just want to go there to see Kelpie G.
Oh, yeah.
He's a fanboy.
And Kelpie G was in the series there. Yeah, they have shown him in the TV series.
And he's based on a real-life celebrity called Kenny G.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you did mention that.
Yes. Kelpie G.
Famous clarinet player.
I think Kenny G in real life might be a saxophone player, possibly.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, they take a saxophone player and make him a clarinet player.
Yes.
Beep, 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 beep. Y'all ready for your second dose of jazz? Yeah. Check out my smooth voice, ladies. Ooh, especially you in the front row. I know you digging the vibes. Should I play for you? Had a little moment there.
Yeah.
So of course they all go, and even Plankton decides to come along
because he felt guilty and he had to confess what he did.
Yeah, but but actually considering what's happened in the second movie is not too surprising.
Yes.
And also Plankton has sort of flipped between, doing different things like this even in the TV series. Yeah, so like the fun episode.
Yeah.
So apparently, remember the paddy wagon from the first movie?
Yeah. Now it's turned into a sub wagon.
Oh, like a Krabby Patty Subway sandwich.
Imagine a burger sub.
That would actually be pretty interesting.
Subway come up with a burger sub. Yep,
or even Subway, as well as also even the burger places themselves.
Yeah, maybe burger places, but I highly doubt Subway because their main focus is on healthier ingredients.
And the cold cut meats there.
Yes, that's their main focus.
Right. So I think it probably would come from the burger places.
Well, mainly their main focus is just healthy ingredients.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Which we had the pleasure of eating there last weekend there. Definitely. Subway, eat fresh. By the way, this video was brought to you by Subway. Make sure you go and eat fresh. I'm just kidding there. We're not being sponsored by Subway. I just making a little joke there. But that would be nice if they did.
Oh yeah, if we did, we would just get the actual Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, we probably that endorsement would include some free sandwiches.
Yes.
Yep. So of course, they go to Atlantis, and let's just say when they get there in time for the just as the execution's about to start, and let's just say Kelpie G is for some reason performing "My Heart Will Go On" from the Titanic.
Huh? It's more like a love song.
Yeah. We'll go on. Yeah. Not exactly what I would think of before somebody's about to be executed. And there's also a comedian before he starts playing that reminds me of someone I've heard advertised right before Steve Harvey's Still Trippin' act.
She is based on a real life celebrity.
Right, I just can't think of the name there. So any of y'all that seen the movie, if y'all know who she referencing, let me know in the comments there.
They say that the fish name is Tiffany.
Tiffany. Tiffany!
It might be a hint there.
Tiffany is a comedian.
And she does sound sassy. The fish.
Oh boy. Oh, Tiffany, 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 Tiffany. Well, just before the execution's about to occur, Sandy testifies for SpongeBob, and which reveal some more flashbacks from Camp Coral, where in this universe, SpongeBob met up with her there instead of like the original episode where they met in Tia the Tree Dome. And also, he's met up with Patrick and Squidward at Camp Coral. Oh yeah.
And he also met Mr. Krabs.
Oh yeah, as a burger vendor there. And Mrs. Puff was even there as one of the camp teachers.
The camp counselors.
Counselors,
yeah.
Wow. SpongeBob Sandy's mentions that SpongeBob inspired her to be a scientist. Patrick states how SpongeBob helped him with homesickness. Squidward even states that despite how he's annoyed by him so much, he still doesn't want to see him executed. And also mentions how SpongeBob, even though SpongeBob won a talent competition that he was trying to win, SpongeBob actually gave him his trophy to cheer him up and encourage Squidward to continue playing there. So, yeah, that's and again, I gotta say, the kid actors for these characters are really good.
Yeah.
I actually like hearing these kids' voices in the kid versions of SpongeBob. Kind of, and is it maybe someday I might have to check out Camp Coral just to see how it worked. I think they only had one season for the series.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, and it actually aired after Sponge on the Run.
Oh.
So this movie was sort of a way of them advertising this. And obviously this movie is canon with that series.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's sort of like how you got Emperor's New Groove and Krunk's New Groove, and then the Emperor's New School.
Yeah.
He's going to Cusco Academy. Mr. Krabs states how big SpongeBob's heart is, as well as encouraging him to be a food vendor, and how SpongeBob is the true formula.
Oh.
Even leading with a song number.
Yeah. The secret formula is you.
Oh yeah.
That helped him escape.
Oh yeah, just like how Kenan Thompson used music for them to escape in Good Burger.
Yes.
Mr. Krabs does that too. But he also means what he says in it too.
Yes.
Yeah, because as we all know, despite some of the flaws Mr. Krabs has, it is obvious to see that SpongeBob is like a son to him.
Yeah.
Especially,
I know in the second movie he's called him an underpaid son.
Yeah, that was when he thought SpongeBob betrayed them.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, and when word got around, Patrick thought the same thing too. So yeah, when I first saw that, I thought they turned against SpongeBob, but really, yeah, they believed that SpongeBob had turned against them.
Ouch.
So yeah, that was the sort of like with Spider-Man. Yeah, but yeah, SpongeBob is definitely like the son. That's probably why he was so broken in the second movie. Cause like, oh my goodness, you like my son, and my son's turned against me. Yeah, so he was. So yeah, that's why he's broken when SpongeBob is taken away from him. Like episodes like Welcome to the Chum Bucket.
Yeah.
Say when they was singing to each other, and even episodes where, where he felt bad about snapping at SpongeBob, like the mattress episode.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh boy, you made me drop my keys. Can the crab get in his face?" Like, oh boy, I didn't mean to snap at you. It's just me back. The mattress is killing me. Yeah. So yeah, they go through quite a bit in their escape, but eventually Poseidon catches up to them. but he's actually liked the performance they gave with their testimonies and the song number, and he decides to let them go under one condition.
SpongeBob has to give up Gary to him.
Yeah, sort of like how in Exodus when they had the plague of darkness.
Yes.
Pharaoh said, "All right, all of you go and remove this mantle of night, but your sheep and cattle remain. But we can't survive in the wilderness without them." You have, yeah, sort of like that there. So, yeah, he wants Gary, but of course, SpongeBob stands up to Poseidon, remembering what Sage told him about courage. And turns out it wasn't really the coin that the challenge. It wasn't really the challenge coin that he gave him that was supposed to give him the courage. It was just sort of a hint of you need to have courage in general.
Yes. Imagine that was the cowardly lion in SpongeBob's position.
Yeah, I kind of could see that, because I remember when they went to the wizard. Yeah, he mentioned he wanted courage. Tin Man wanted the heart. Scarecrow wanted the brain. But when they went to get the Wicked Witch's shoes, they actually showed that the Scarecrow actually was smart. The Tin Man had a heart to save Dorothy, and the lion showed some courage. So the wizard revealed that they had this stuff in them all along. They just didn't know it. Yeah.
It's like finding yourself.
Pretty much, yeah. Sometimes you're just not aware of what you already have.
And you might think you are weak, but you're not.
Which is what SpongeBob realizes there.
Yes.
So he takes the stand, and in his stands, as he stands up to Poseidon, telling him off, in his statements, it's revealed that Poseidon doesn't have any friends.
No.
Even his chancellor.
Oh,
Sorry, son. Which makes Poseidon break down in tears. I don't have any friends.
And SpongeBob tell him to, why don't you just let your hair down? And then Poseidon took it literally by just taking off his wig, as well as revealing his whole body.
Yeah, he was
his chubby body.
He was holding it back. I guess he had some work to make his stomach, like a girdle there. Yeah, a girdle or something like that.
And throughout this whole time, he was ugly.
Yeah, or technically, society-wise, he would be considered ugly, but you know how they always say, just because of how you look doesn't necessarily mean, that you're ugly. It's all how you feel. It's all how you see yourself there.
Yes.
Pretty much there, despite what others may call you.
When Poseidon actually let himself go literally, he felt better. Because he's showing his true self to everyone. They were as shocked at first, but they applauded him.
There is just one small nitpick with all that. I have no problem with that scene, and in a way you could say, which I know I say that all three SpongeBob movies are different universes as well as a TV series. But if you were to put all the movies in the same universe, because some of you might come up with theories of all of them connecting, that's fine. So for those of you who want to put all the movies and TV series in one big universe, you could say that after the first movie, Poseidon, maybe, they either retconned Mindy or sent her off to college or something.
Yeah. And
maybe in the third movie, maybe since he wasn't in the second movie, so maybe between first and third movie, he was having some work done to him, and that's why he was looking all skinny and everything, and muscular again. And now, and I guess with letting himself go, he not only looks like similar to how he did in the first movie, but apparently you can see signs of aging more. However, my one nitpick is I'm not exactly sure how I feel about the false teeth there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's just too much.
yeah, especially he's supposed to be a lowercase g god there. I know they say he's been around for years, but
He's supposed to be so-called perfect.
yeah, as they claim perfect is, but yeah, you would think he'd at least have his own teeth in. Just saying, even, but yeah, comedy, of course. I guess they wanted the kids to laugh. Oh, looky Steve out. Yeah, so yeah, and SpongeBob says that he'll be his friend.
Aww.
And this makes and Poseidon allows him to take Gary back, as well as also releasing the other snails from their captivity.
Right.
And now everybody has a pet snail in Bikini Bottom, or in some cases more than one.
Wow. And they turned Bikini Bottom into a sea snail refuge.
Oh yeah, so I guess that's one way to end a third SpongeBob movie.
Yes.
Yep. So that's Sponge on the Run there. Not bad for a third movie. Now we'll say it's like I say, I still the first my ranking of the movies so far.
Yeah.
I still would rank the second movie top and the first movie second.
Yes.
Yeah. Second, but at a very close range. I would say 100% for the second and maybe like 90% for the the first movie.
Yeah.
For the third movie, I probably would give it probably an 85. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I definitely do recommend. You're looking at the SpongeBob films, especially the fourth one's coming out. Yeah, definitely pick up that third movie there. Yeah, it's who knows? I might, because I rented this one for the review, but I don't know. Maybe I might pick it up out of the bargain bin there. It's been out for a while, so maybe I didn't think about that when it first came out, but maybe I might pick it up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just to put with my other two movies there, especially with this fourth one coming out.
Oh.
Yes, I can. I got 8 seasons of it, so yeah, add to my SpongeBob collection.
Like, why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, definitely check it out there. Like I say, it's not on the epic scale. The first two movies win that. This one, it's just laid back. It's just it's just easy going. Just smooth, pretty sort of like a laid back SpongeBob episode. And hey, a laid back episode is pretty good if it's written right. And yeah, they did a pretty good job writing this one, and it's also good. It was also a good way to introduce Camp Coral. Like I say, if I ever get around to checking out that series, I'm pretty sure it won't be too bad. It's I'd have to look up the reason why it only got 1 season there, but maybe they ran out of ideas for it. I don't know. Maybe, or something else happened, but
or the fans are not interested.
I guess I say it could be that, but I say it's maybe more they had some stuff happening at the studio or ran out of ideas.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, and then it could also have to do. Well, no, I take that because they say at the end of the third movie, rest in peace, Stephen Hillenburg.
Yes.
So he had passed already.
Yeah, I think he passed away in 2018.
Okay, so yeah, so maybe I don't know.
Maybe most of them are mourning towards his memory.
Something like that, and maybe it could also have something to do with the people that were behind writing Camp Coral.
Yes.
So, yeah, like I say, but yeah, I definitely, just from seeing how they show, SpongeBob them as kids, sort of like how they done in the 90s when they make kids out of everybody, Tom and Jerry kids and all that. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I probably should check out Camp Coral just just to see what they did with that there. They just say see what they think because it's like I'm pretty sure it's a decent series there. I mean, SpongeBob as kids, how could that be bad? What did you think there?
Well, the first film is 2D. The second film has a mix of different animation styles, 2D, CGI, as well as stop motion. But the third film is just all CGI, especially when you get to the beginning of the movie. It's like you're looking at another flick that involves live action scenes, but until you see SpongeBob. Overall, it is good, especially when you hear some of the music, some of the songs in the movie.
Mm-hmm. It kind of make it's like the fact of it being all CGI for the third movie. It does kind of make you wonder how they would think about the fourth movie as far as the style of what they would go for that there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you say, maybe they might go with what you mentioned with the live action route there. I'm not completely sure in what way they would go, but like I say, we'll probably see when it gets there. And like I say, with SpongeBob, yeah, you can't really. I mean, if you're a SpongeBob fan, I don't think there's really much that they could do that would turn a SpongeBob fan off there. Unless, of course, you're in that group of people that's like, you only see SpongeBob seasons 1, 2, 3 in his first movie. After that, SpongeBob is not good anymore. Yeah, I don't honestly buy that there. I'm like this. There's every season of SpongeBob is going to have episodes that you like or dislike for SpongeBob fans. So, yeah, I mean, how could you just label an entire season, let alone pretty much every season after 4, just bad? Like I say, it's just because I mean, even the first 3 probably got some that you probably or maybe not so much you don't like, maybe just like least than the others.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just like I say, going from episode to episode. That's just how not just SpongeBob but any show is there. Oh, yeah. When you're a fan of something, and you're sitting there watching it from episode to episode, and it's lasting a long time. Yeah, I mean, eventually you're gonna come to episodes that's gonna be the least of your favorite compared to other episodes that you really like. Mm-hmm. Any show.
Well, that movie in the end did have a small message, which is just be yourself.
Oh yeah.
And Plankton just decided to just be himself in order to gain friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you mean Poseidon?
Poseidon.
Yeah.
Not Plankton. I get mixed.
Yeah,
Poseidon to have friends. Well, making Poseidon to be himself in order for him to have friends.
Yeah.
As well as just gaining respect too.
Yeah, and definitely proof that this is a different universe than the first 2 movies because, like I say, at the end of the first movie, he was like, I'm sorry I blamed you for stealing my crown, Mr. Krabs. Or in the TV series, SpongeBob, I need you as my fry cook. Wait, Neptune, I have another idea. And Neptune was working at the Krusty Krab for some reason. Fill thy wrath stove. Yeah. But yeah, definitely a different universe, yeah.
Yeah, I bet it has multiple universes.
Yeah, that's what. Like I say, if you guys at Nickelodeon listen to this video, I really would like to see you do a SpongeBob multiverse movie. I really would like to see that for your 4th movie. I think that would really be something big there. Sort of like, just like I say, I compared these to Shrek movies. Yeah. You had your first movie, Second movie evolved it more. Third movie laid back.
Yeah.
But then that fourth movie they did that It's a Wonderful Life and just went with it.
They went all out with it because of the final movie of the franchise.
Right. They had a lot of stuff that they had accumulated from the 3 movies there.
Yes.
They that Wonderful Life, big success formula for a Shrek, isn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, I think that if the fourth movie is the finale, ends up being the finale, and even if not, I still would go with the multiverse idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I say, we need a SpongeBob multiverse movie. Yeah.
Imagine your characters have a multiverse.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
Especially Star Striker. The Strikerverse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Like I say, it's gonna be a while, and I know I probably would know. I would know more of what I'm gonna do when I get to that point.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to do that there. Oh yeah. So yeah, you can rest for sure we're gonna get some multiverse, and like I say, Star Strikers. He might not be the only one, but I know Star Striker's going to get a multiverse there. Yeah, because like I say, I got many versions of Star Striker I've done. Yeah, that needs to be addressed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially the one from the first 6 books I wrote before I started Yumiko. So yeah, that would be a really good way to still utilize that into what I've started now there. Along with other stuff I've done there. Yeah, so good way to hey, I did this was all the stuff I did before Yumiko.
Yes.
Yeah, sort of like what they did with, Spider-Man live action by bringing Toby and Andrew.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think all the movies should be stick with just 3 installments.
Talking about the
all the Marvel Cinematic Universe films.
because of what happened with Thor.
Because of what happened with the 4th movie of 4.
Yeah, well, I put it this way. A lot of that because the MCU is still going on. But they got X-Men and all that introduced. So a lot of that just depends on the storyline that they got going there. Yeah. Especially with the new stuff that they've introduced, because this MCU is big. Yeah. So, yeah, a 4th is. I don't think it's so much the fact that they should only do 3 movies for it. I think it's just the fact of they just didn't write the 4th Thor movie too well.
It's like it's fan requested.
And not very good fan requests. Yeah, now see, take with the 4th Captain America that will introduce, because we got Sam Wilson and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. So yeah, a new Captain America movie would definitely be New World Order with him. Yeah, that should turn out pretty good. Yeah. So, and then they got more Spider-Man movies planned because he's in college now. Yes. And dealing with stuff after the whole mind eraser thing. So yeah, yeah, it's just all in what you do for the story that's the big thing of whether something's going to be good or not.
And that story has to make sense.
Exactly. Yeah, Thor was it on paper. A lot of the stuff in that, as I mentioned in my review. A lot of the stuff that it had in it, the God Killer and all that, it on paper, yeah, they were some pretty like if you were just to come up to me and just give me ideals for something and that's what you wrote down, yeah, but they just didn't put it together too well. Yeah, and considering what Thor's already been through, yeah, the way it was written just felt like, didn't I see this before in the previous Thor MCU? Yeah. Didn't you do this already?
Like it's been on repeat.
It's as Mark Hamill Joker said in one episode, it's been done. Yeah. But at least SpongeBob's doing new stuff there.
Yes. Look like they just do new stuff almost like every single time, all the time.
Oh yeah, Mm-hmm. Even if it's not in continuity, but then again, SpongeBob is not a continuity high show.
And they might possibly end when they literally run out of ideas.
Probably so.
Yes.
I assume. I mean, it's possible that I might be wrong, but I assume the fourth movie would probably be what would finally end it, because I think by that point, yeah, they probably would be to run out of stuff to do.
Yes.
Yeah. That even includes the spin-offs there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they just be done for.
Yep. All the more reason to do multiverse.
Yes.
Yeah, that way you go out with a bang.
Yeah, we deserve a better ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have multiple SpongeBobs like Spider-Man. We're gonna save the day. Yeah. So anything else?
That's all I have to say. Mainly, overall, the movie is more enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Same goes with the previous two movies.
Right. It's previous two it is enjoyable in theatrical and epicness way.
Yeah.
This one, it's not saying it's not epic, but it's more enjoyable in just lay back and relax. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good little, probably definitely which I know SpongeBob is obviously targeted kids, but this actually I feel like is even more so for kids, more so even than the first two movies.
Yes.
Yeah, cause like I say, just a mellow tone,
Yeah.
but still very humorous though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, matter of fact, it even feels like watching a regular SpongeBob episode at an hour and a half runtime.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yep, I guess if that's all that's to be said there. Hope y'all enjoyed this Sponge Month. Be sure, and there will be one more thing pertaining to this, my history of SpongeBob video. I'll be putting that together shortly. And so if you like what you see here, like, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and definitely buy some of our available comic books, which includes the new Yumiko issue 1, as well as Ballerina, and also Star Striker and Brown Chronicles and Dora. Doing like Mr. Crab when he's like at the Krusty Krab. By the way, so open at 11.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
Trying to pass out the pamphlets. Yeah, definitely get our comic books and also support us on Patreon. Yes, we definitely for what we do here on the channel, as well as also even outside of the channel, and they help support us. And we will see y'all later in the next video. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna be on the run.